Greetings and salutations, folks. My name is Nick, and welcome back to Mass Effect 3, where last time we helped out the Quarians. We ended the war between the Quarians and the Geth. Made both of them allies. Legion sacrificed himself in the process. Now we've been given a tip by the Asari Counselor, or Counselor, about the catalyst. Apparently, they have it. They have an artifact that they've been keeping secret for a long time. And it's up to us to get it. I believe this will lead to the final confrontation against Kai Lang. It's been a while since I've played this game, so I cannot say for certain. For now, let us go to Thessia, to the Asari homeworld, called the Crown Jewel of the Galaxy, the beating heart of galactic love.
Is under heavy Reaper attack. There's activity across most of the planet.
What about the temple? Can you raise the scientists?
Negative. All channels are scrambled across the spectrum. The mission's looking really dicey.
This is too important. It's now or
You know,
never.
most of our missions
Shepard,
look pretty dicey.
that's my home down there. I have to go.
Okay.
Then get to the shuttle and let's do this.
Alright, let us take Liara and Edie. But not in that outfit. There we go. That way they don't necessarily... There's a little bit of contrast between them. Let's see, so I've got the Mattock. There's a new shotgun in town. Anybody here use shotguns? No. Which one is the new shotgun? Oh yeah, the Geth Plasma Shotgun. High damage. But I don't care, because I just use one gun for the whole game now. Do I have new mods? I probably should go to the mod store and buy some new mods or something. Ooh, ultra... Now, I don't even need ultralight materials, because just with this gun, I'm at 200%. And that's the maximum that it can be.
Liara, do you have anything more on this artifact?
These coordinates the counselor gave you are for the Temple of Athame. My mother took me there once. It's several thousand years old.
And I think that's something interesting about this game that doesn't necessarily...
Sounds like we're on the right trail.
What if we're
that I don't
right?
think this game necessarily covers that much. As the fact that, like, these other civilizations have been around for quite a long time, and they've known about the Citadel for quite a long time.
Thessia took you to this temple?
I was just a child.
Like, humanity has only been using the Mass Effect drives
There was
for...
more to it.
What year is this? 2187, I think? Something like that? So, less than 200
I
years.
went digging through her old files. She had heavily encrypted records on this place, some dating back centuries.
Whereas, like,
Still can't crack most of them.
I believe the Asari have been on the Citadel for the longest.
It's well hidden.
And I think it's actually around 1,000 years old. It's been a while since I've looked at that information. But I want to say it is about like a millennium old that they've been on the Citadel. And it doesn't necessarily show that these civilizations have really been around this technology for that much longer than humanity.
Not for long.
Or at the very least, humanity has been jump-started very quickly to match that of the other civilizations.
Hey, buckle up. This one's gonna be tight.
It's been a couple missions since I was able to just show up in a battle zone. Yeah.
I'm concerned we're vulnerable up here.
You're
Let's get
correct.
down.
Oh, we're actually behind behind friendly lines this time.
Be Commander Shepard. Lieutenant. Commander, we heard. The barrier's been breached. Commander, we'll talk later. Get on that gun up there and do some damage.
Ah,
Somebody better get on that gun.
I'm working on it.
Enemy targets on the bridge. Hold them back.
I probably should use one of these moments to reload. Is anything hitting? Oh. Guys. Can... My allies are literally doing nothing. I was expecting them to do a little bit more than nothing.
I want that gunship prepped and in the air. Plug that hole! We're on it! Someone get me a location on our snipers. Yes, ma'am. Commander, I'm Lieutenant Curran. We've been told to expect you. My orders are to hold this grid at all costs. Shore up the barrier! But our perimeter's collapsing, and I'm getting my people out of here.
This is important. We need your help.
Well, unless you can give me a good reason to stay, we're not dying for a field of rubble.
We're after a relic inside the temple. It's important.
That's what this is all about? One of our outposts has been trying to reach the scientists over there, but we lost contact. Get that gunship moving! Now! I'm sorry, Commander. If your relic has lasted this long, it can wait a little longer. I've lost enough people today. I'm pulling the rest of them out.
No. If we don't get to that temple, Lieutenant, this will be the last you ever see of Thessia. You're witnessing the extinction of our entire race. This is the end.
And you really think you can stop all that from happening?
I believe we're presenting this Asari lieutenant with a with the trolley problem. The Crucible can.
We've uncovered a Prothean superweapon. It will win this war.
Prothean, huh? How do you know it'll finish the job?
It's the only chance any of us have got.
This is Lieutenant Curran. Hold your positions. I want a path carved to the temple. Outpost Tychus, we've got people coming your way. Let's make sure the galaxy knows the war was won on Thessia.
I mean, it was a group effort.
Make it count.
It will be a group effort. It is, was, and will be.
To see the city burning like this is...
It can be rebuilt. Just worry about the next 20 meters. Watch it!
Harvesters? Yeah.
This has to end.
Anger can provide you strength. Organics are fortunate in this regard.
Oh.
Here they come.
But because this is a video game that relies on stats and abilities, that actually means nothing. Although I suppose that would be like an interesting twist, like the emotional status of the character affecting the gameplay of the character. Has that been done before, where the emotional status of the character does affect the gameplay? I want to say the answer is not necessarily, or possibly no. The closest that I can think of off the top of my head is Spec Ops: The Line, but the emotional status of the character doesn't necessarily affect the gameplay as much as it affects the visual representation of that gameplay.
No! Damn them!
Keep your focus, Liara.
Those things are slaughtering my people!
Then kill twice as many.
then slaughter them.
Watch the edges! Don't let him get around us!
Though I think this also kind of shows one of the issues with the fact that you got all these specific factions, is whenever you're fighting Reapers, you only fight a specific set of enemies. Whenever you're fighting Cerberus, you're always kind of fighting generally like 3 or 4 different bad guys. And every faction has its own like 3 or 4 variants. You've got the cannibals.
More enemies ahead.
You've got the Marauders, you've got the Banshees, and you've got the Husks. And then you've got the big guys, the Brutes and the Harvesters for the Reapers. The Geth seemed much smaller in regards to variety. You have just Geth Troopers, Rocket Troopers, Geth Primes. And that's about it, I want to say. I like Geth, and I think there was maybe like one Geth heavy.
That door ahead looks like our way out of this mess.
So yeah, well, but then again, the Reapers are the ones you're going to be fighting against the most. Oh look, here's a Banshee. But they're dead. So their persistence. And I wonder, like there's Cerberus, who's also a constant villain, and then there's the Reapers, and then there's the Geth. And I wonder if there was more of a focus on building just kind of like one host of villains, would you be able to kind of have more variety in every battle, as opposed to just variety between battles? Like you go from one fight to the next, and that switch creates the variety, as opposed to the individual section.
Psychological intimidation.
But I think like the fact that like in this game, like Liara's anger doesn't necessarily change.
Ahead to the left. Snipers on the balcony.
They're Asari. We might be able to reach them.
Change Liara's performance on the fight. It kind of affects her, like, character agency is always tricky in regards to any role-playing game, especially if they're not controlled by you.
No sign of her yet. Enemy forces have tripled in strength.
Hello, it is me.
Watch your head.
Ooh.
Now that you're here, as long as
You know, maybe I should just
we get to that temple and the Reapers are history.
like use a sniper rifle just for variety's sake. But I think also attaching like emotional statuses might help
The kill zone commander.
create some measure of variety. I suppose Mass Effect 2 would be the closest in actuality, because like you have a difference between when you first recruit a character and when they're loyal to you. When you first recruit the character, they have only access to so many abilities, but once they become loyal to you, they're giving their all to the mission.
I think we're in the clear. Let's get out of here.
And that,
Toward the Reaper. It's a way out of here.
Not exactly the definition of escape.
No choice.
sometimes you just have to run away forward towards the enemy. That's escaping towards the enemy.
This nightmare never ends.
The hell it won't. We get to this artifact and we can all wake up. Synthetics included.
Watch it!
trying to reach Outpost Tychus.
You're looking at it.
Oh,
What about the rest of your squad?
They're all dead. We tried punching through to the scientists, but I'm all that's left.
What about reinforcements?
We had gunships flying support, but things got too hot with that Reaper. They can't chance it.
I know it's rough, but I don't see another way in without their help.
Have I told you how much I hate this war?
no, not specifically, actually. We only just met.
Is there anybody left on this frequency? We are in need of immediate air support. Commander Shepard is here.
Copy, this is Talon 1. I'm on the way. Talon 5 inbound.
You know that these Asari pilots will survive because they don't have any names.
Weapons are hot. Light 'em up.
I feel like I could have taken them out.
Jamming. Target acquired. I'm hit.
Oh no, Asari pilot was taken out. Only Asari pilot is left.
This is Talon 5. Whatever you're gonna do, you better do it now.
Go, Commander. I'll cover you from here.
Commander Shepard, I've got your back. Let's get you into that tunnel.
Ah, the cover took it.
Missiles are hot. That's it for the missiles. Switching to the gun. Next time we go to war, maybe the Alliance can spring for air support.
See, that wasn't that big of a problem.
Move! Now's our chance!
There were like 5 more bad guys. Did we really need the air support?
Watch out, more hostiles ahead.
Careful. More hostiles are headed this way.
You know, and that's the other thing in regards to, like, it is nice having this extremely fast. Okay, I cannot save Asari pilot. Asari pilot is no more. That's fine.
We're on it.
There she is.
You're almost there, Commander. Keep it up.
Am I actually hitting this thing? Without actually seeing... a health bar. It's
My shields just took damage.
Alright, there goes one. Oh, it's because there's this barrier engine. That's why it seems like...
So much sacrifice. We have to make it.
Oh no, Asari pilot died in the confusion. I would have never seen that coming. Although this is definitely picturesque. Although for some reason the photo mode always starts with its blur strength way up because what every photo needs is clearly extra blur. Just, there we go. That's a vista. That's a view. Oh, yep, this is where we're going. The temple. See if we can find
Clear. Let's get it
the
started.
scientists.
Temple appears to be in lockdown.
Let me take a look. It's military-grade encryption. I think I can override it.
Unusual for a religious structure.
Especially since few still follow the Athame doctrine.
Which sounds like a big signifier in regards to that artifact that is still inside.
Hello?
One would expect the scientists to be here. Take a look around. Maybe one of these artifacts is what we're looking for.
Is it this one? The sword?
Could this be the artifact?
I don't think so. It's the goddess Athame's sword. Myths say she wielded it against the jealous gods who threatened our ancestors. Without knowing what we're looking for, I'd need more time to study it to know for sure.
What about this one that's a shield that has boobs?
What's this?
The goddess Athame's shield. Legends say she used it to protect Thessia when the heavens grew angry.
What about this manuscript?
What about this one?
A page from one of our earliest religious texts, the Athame Codex. I doubt this is it. It describes Lucen, Athame's guide who taught our ancestors about the stars.
Yeah, that's true. The Asari counselor didn't tell us what we were actually looking for.
Could this be the artifact?
I don't think so. That's a sculpture of Lucen, one of Athame's servants who walked among my ancestors, bestowing knowledge.
Yet he strongly resembles a Prothean.
Not necessarily.
Secrecy is understandable, but your government may have gone too far in this instance.
He does kind of look like a Prothean. It definitely doesn't look Asari.
Another page from the Codex. Not very useful. It talks about Athame's guide granting us the gift of biotics as a reward for worshipping her.
But if the guide was in fact Prothean, this could put an entirely new light on the evolution of Asari biology.
Let's not go there.
The idea that the Protheans uplifted the Asari as well. That the Protheans to the Asari are also the Enkindlers. Like they are to the Hanar.
What are we looking at here?
A primitive rendition of the goddess Athame. She's speaking to her ancient Asari followers. I don't think this is the artifact.
Curious. She appears to resemble a Prothean here.
What? But... I see what you mean. That is troubling.
Like you've...
Guessing these are the scientists.
Like, have you always had these things on display and you just never looked at them?
It's the goddess Athame again.
I suggest it's more likely the Protheans portrayed themselves as this deity.
I know it looks that way, but this is thousands of years of Asari history in question.
I find it odd that if the Reapers killed the scientists, the security barrier was still active.
Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so Kai Lang is here. But he's letting me do the work.
What do you know about this?
A fragment from the Codex. It's not what we need. It describes how Athame's guide Janiri gave my people seeds. He taught them the seasons so they could grow crops.
Apparently the Protheans didn't want your people to starve. Perhaps we should examine the scientists more closely.
That sounds reasonable, but I'm not. I'm going to look at this bust.
Doesn't look useful. That's Janiri, Athame's guide who brought enlightenment to Thessia long ago.
Again, the Prothean features are striking.
If there is a link with the Protheans, I can't even imagine what that would mean.
Scientists, can I examine you? Nope, you are just dead.
Their throats have incisions.
I thought I changed your outfit so that you wouldn't be wearing this exact same color as Liara.
We're going to have to figure this out on our own.
Who's that supposed to be?
It's Athame. Her image became more like ours over time.
Your ancestors refashioned a Prothean into an Asari goddess.
I admit this all raises serious questions about Asari history. To consider the Protheans may have been involved in our past, it would change everything we know about ourselves.
Wait a second. Is there a beacon in there?
This revelation would be the biggest event our civilization...
Ah! There's a Prothean beacon here.
What? You're sure?
It's not something you forget.
But why hide it?
I would suggest your government is covertly extracting data from it. Consider the wealth of information we received from the beacon on Mars.
That can't be. I can't believe my people would keep this a secret.
A beacon like this could explain why Asari are so advanced. Your research did indicate this temple is several millennia old, Dr. Tassoni. That would provide ample time to learn its secrets.
That doesn't make it true.
Such as a Thame not being a Prothean? Consider, Dr. Tassoni, even a few technological advances from this beacon would give your species an edge over others, which history would seem to support.
Well, if it is true, the Asari should have shared this knowledge. We might not have been in this mess if they had.
You don't know that, Shepard. We don't know what's going on here.
I know we don't have much time to find out.
The few records I can access talk about tapping into Prothean data streams, reconstructing matrices, none of which I see here.
Maybe that's the point.
By the goddess. Literally.
Look around. There must be more of these connections.
Incredible. The beacon seems to think you're Prothean, Shepard. It must be the cipher you got back on Pharos years ago. No connection here.
It would appear the outcome of the entire war comes down to solving this problem.
Keep searching. There have to be more connections.
I'd say that one counts.
Doesn't look like a connection.
Looks like that connection was a bust.
It seems each connection provides more power to the beacon.
It's likely.
There, another one. This doesn't appear to be.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, even if Kai Lang was here first, he probably would figure out that he cannot access the statue.
That did it. I think we can access the beacon now. We need to hurry. This place isn't going to...
Why, hello.
last very long.
Obtaining chronological marker. Hold. Timescale established. Post-Prothean cycle confirmed.
What are you?
Reaper presence detected. This galactic cycle has already reached its extinction terminus. Systems shutting down.
Delay that.
Okay, so they can understand the VI.
Question.
Like the previous Prothean VIs, the other characters didn't understand.
A Prothean.
This one shows no signs of life.
Like it's clearly a hologram.
This virtual construct of Patrick Van, overseer of the project you refer to as Crucible. He died fighting the Reapers in the Battle of Tranvia 9. Your remaining time is also at an end.
Were all Protheans so grim?
Yes.
What happened to the Crucible in your time? Why didn't the Protheans deploy it?
We were sabotaged from within. A splinter group argued we should dominate the Reapers rather than destroy them. It fractured our order of battle. Later, we discovered the Separatists were indoctrinated.
We are experiencing a similar conflict.
Our studies of past ages led us to believe that time is cyclical. Many patterns repeat.
Like the Reaper attacks.
And beyond, the same peaks of evolution, the same valleys of dissolution. The same conflicts are expressed in every cycle, but in a different manner. The repetition is too prevalent to be merely chance.
We assume the Reapers were responsible for the pattern.
Perhaps, though I believe the Reapers are only servants of the pattern. They are not its master.
So who is the Master?
Unknown. Its presence is inferred rather than observed. The only certainty is its intention. Galactic annihilation. You now stand at that precipice.
There's still hope for this cycle. We need to know what the catalyst is. Trillions of lives are at risk.
Trillions of lives are always at risk. But if the Reapers have arrived to end your cycle, this discussion is too late.
We can break this cycle. We found your plans for the Crucible. We're building it right now.
The Crucible is not of Prothean design. It is the work of countless galactic cycles stretching back millions of years. Each cycle adds to it. Each improves upon it. Thus far, none have successfully defeated the Reapers with it.
Then we'll be the first. Tell us what the catalyst is.
If you wish to continue fighting, I will not hinder you, though I deem your odds of success remote.
We'll take our chances.
Very well.
And that's the thing, like the Protheans didn't even have a chance to actually fire the Crucible.
Indoctrinated presence detected. Activating security protocol.
It's Kai Lang!
You killed the scientists. What do you want?
Your attention. Someone would like to talk with you.
Shepard,
How did you find this place?
the archives. Or did your shadow broker miss that one?
Show yourself. I promise I won't miss.
Stick to your talents, Dr. T'Soni. You've helped uncover the key to subjugating the Reapers.
Or destroying them?
Damn it, Shepard. Destroying the Reapers gains us nothing.
How about peace?
They're just trying to control us. Think about it. If they wanted all organic life destroyed, they could do it. There would be nothing left.
And I think like this conflict between the elusive man and Shepard, you're kind of given a hint at what that becomes in Mass Effect 2, with the idea of like, do you blow up the collector base, or do you hold on to it in hopes of controlling that base and controlling what you gain from it? Is it better to destroy what they've created, or take it for yourself? And this is just that next step of that argument. Whose side are you on?
What the hell are you talking about?
I know them, Shepard. I know how they think.
I think you've gotten a little too close to the enemy.
No. I'm saying they've got it right. Why kill when you can control?
You've been spending too much time with the enemy. They're dragging you over to their side, their way of thinking.
No, I just see things differently.
If you truly care about humanity, you'll stop fighting me. You'll join me.
Don't ever question my intentions. I've sacrificed more for humanity than you'll ever know. And don't assume you know me. My methods for dealing with the Reapers are simply more refined than yours.
You have forgotten everything you stood for. Cerberus was supposed to be humanity's sword, not a dagger in our back.
Poetic, but as usual, you miss the point. The world is more gray than you care to admit.
With the Prothean data in this beacon, I can end this conflict once and for all. You're either with me or against me. There's nothing gray about that.
No, I suppose there isn't. Leng, the commander has something I need. Please relieve her of it. And then bring me the data.
Understood.
All right. Yeah. Overload. Stasis? No, I will not aim. Oh my. Will I actually use Metagel for like the first time? Why not? Is he just going to...
I need to recharge. Cover me.
Who is covering? Oh, there's a hell...
Taking a position.
I was wondering what that bright light was.
You're slower than I imagined. You've had your fun. It's a pity the good ones never last.
There's only one way this ends.
Oh my.
Target the supports.
Nah, my gun! I only brought the one.
Cerberus thanks you for all your hard work.
Maybe try to do that without making so many grunting noises. That way, like he can't hear you. Although he's clearly not paying attention anyway.
Shepard! Hang on.
That was a nice try, but I don't think that's gonna work.
Anyone on this frequency? This is Lieutenant Curran. My squad is trapped. This is Shepard. Give us your location. I repeat, is anyone on this frequency? We read you. Give me your The lieutenant's down. Our whole zone is collapsing. What happened to Shepard? Did they make it to the temple? I saw them. Wait, I've got a Reaper inbound. Please, is anybody there? Wait, goddess, no!
Commander?
Counselor? The mission...
We've lost contact with Thessia. It's gone dark.
Yeah.
How soon will the Crucible be ready to deploy?
Counselor, I wish the news was better. We didn't get the information.
What happened?
Cerberus was there. We were
Outmaneuvered.
defeated. We don't know how to finish the Crucible.
I don't know what to say. What was the situation on Thessia?
Deteriorating fast. The Reapers are there in strength.
Then you'll excuse me. There are preparations to make, continuity of civilization to consider. I never thought this day would come.
None of us did. Sorry.
Asari forces are in full retreat. It is no longer safe for us to remain in this system.
Get us out of here.
Shepard, Nobody could have predicted Cerberus would reach Thessia before us.
It's my job to be prepared, no matter what. And now Thessia's lost, as is the data on the catalyst. I'm sick of Cerberus beating us to the punch.
Let's kick them in the balls first for a change.
I like your plan.
I'm with James. Anyone know where they're hiding? Anyone?
Commander.
Tell me you've got something, Edie.
Specialist Trainer was able to track Kai Lang's shuttle through the relay and extrapolate its destination.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the signal disappears in the Yara system.
Of course it does.
However, the signal is being actively blocked.
What?
The Yara system is home to Sanctuary and little else. Sanctuary is a supposed safe haven for war refugees. And something at that location is actively blocking all signals coming from that region of space. If Specialist Trainer hadn't examined the data so astutely, the interference would have been undetectable.
Trainer, Edie, nice work. Now let's not let this opportunity get away from us.
I was stationed on Horizon in the Lyra system, and you were the only Cerberus presence while I was there.
It's a slim lead. Let's hope it's the right one.
I don't care how slim the leads are at this point. We've come too far to let Cerberus stop us. I want that Prothean data. I want the catalyst. No excuses. Dismissed.
Commander, Admiral Anderson is available on VidCom.
That's nice, but we have a priority. Horizon. And then party at the Citadel with our new apartment. Which kind of seems...
Not after we took down that Reaper on Rannoch. I don't know.
Yeah, but there's no way we could have stopped every Reaper on Thessia. The Asari should have jumped in earlier.
Commander, Cerberus has attacked a comm facility on Ontaron. I've updated the galaxy map.
From Asari Military Command. Good, you opened this message. This isn't actually Asari Military Command. They're busy tending to what's left of their planet, so you survived our fight on Thessia. You're not as weak as I thought. But never forget that your best wasn't good enough to stop me. Now an entire planet is dying because you lacked the strength to win. The legend of Shepard needs to be rewritten. I hope I'm there for the last chapter. It ends with your death. Kai Link. Alright, let's go over to this... Ooh, actually. Yeah, sure, why not? Increase duration or impact? Radius. We can always use a little bit more pull in the battle. Alright, let's save the game, go off to Ontarum. We could not save Thessia, but maybe we could save Ontaram's radars. In the Kepler Verge. All right, who are we taking with... See, yeah. I clearly changed Edie's uniform, but Edie went back to her default uniform for the cutscene. That's kind of interesting how the cutscenes don't remember weapons or even outfits. I was wondering for a second why Shepard had drawn a gun on the pilot, on Cortez.
What do we know?
We're getting intel from a tech who survived the attack. Grace Sato. She's hiding in a security bunker off-site.
A civilian?
Yes, patching her through.
Miss Sato, what's happening down there?
I'm staying hidden, but I'm the only one left. They're trying to hack into our systems to access Alliance operations protocols. I'm tracking their activity, but they're bound to find me sooner or later.
Hang in there. We'll be there soon.
Yes. Yes, Commander.
It's not ideal, but she's the only one with any traction on this. The information stored in that network is critical, Commander. If it gets into enemy hands, we'll lose a lot of good people.
I'll take care of it, Admiral.
See that you do. Hack it out.
I wonder if there would have been like a better way to kind of blend the primary and secondary missions in this game. Because like with Mass Effect 1, you have your primary, you have your secondary, but it's not like the end of the universe is happening around you. You're actually just chasing one guy for most of the game. You don't realize...
We'll keep them from hacking in.
That the Reapers are going to attack the Citadel, and they don't actually attack the Citadel. until you get to that final mission, but once you get to that point, you generally have already completed most of the side missions you're going to do anyway. No, don't take cover. No, stop taking cover by the thing. Whereas, like, Mass Effect 2 actually punishes you for doing,
I think they're looking for me.
They're using comms to pinpoint Sato's location.
oh no.
Nothing's changed. Just upload the next set of coordinates.
Yes, Commander. Updating your nav point.
Like, if with Mass Effect 2, you have your primary missions and your secondary missions. Your secondary missions are largely to save or to recruit people towards your cause. And then your primary missions are to discover what's really going on with the collectors. And then there's a timer placed on you. So if you don't do your side missions up to a specific point, you will essentially be putting your crew members' lives at risk by doing them in between the final missions. Whereas here, like, everything is falling apart around you on a minute-by-minute basis.
Misato, come in.
So after we do Horizon, the whole Citadel apartment party just kind of seems a bit out of place.
Grace, listen to me.
Can't talk. They're right outside.
I know you're scared. This is more than you signed up for, but I won't let you down. I promise.
Okay, Commander. Updating your nav point with the last location now. But if you get to me in time, just hurry, please.
Commander, I think I can make a run and get her.
Do it.
All right. Oh.
Cerberus encryption algorithms of some sort.
I'm sure there's a side quest somewhere that might need that. But I feel as though a lot of these collection and fetch side quests, like, are very poorly set up in this game. Ah. I didn't even know they had that ability. Where is this going to even start me? Okay. I guess don't get close, otherwise you'll automatically die. Good to know. Also, I probably should just use my grenades. Although that's the thing I was, like, an extension of my previous discussion about fighting specific groups of people. Like, I haven't really fought those types that often because they only show up with Cerberus. That worked a lot better.
Good job, Lieutenant.
Excellent.
Our communication station is secure. Operations in this theater are safe again. No small task to keep it that way. How's Misato doing?
She has to be transferred to a nearby Alliance station. She wants to help however she can.
Good. We need all the help we can get. Hack it out.
Commander, Admiral Anderson is available on VidCom.
I'm sure he's good. Alright. I think this is where I'm going to stop for the night. Got any suggestions for something to play next? Leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have yourselves a good night.
I've always loved the M35 Mako. It's got heart, you know?
Oh, come on. The M44 Hammerhead is vastly superior.